Hi, everybody. I'm Elida Zweidler-McKay with ZM Coach, where we're all about helping you take your career to the next level, whether that's moving up in your current organization or finding an even better job somewhere else. So today I want to talk to you about anxiety. So we all know the feelings that come with anxiety, those sweaty or clammy palms, our nervous tummy, maybe even feeling nauseous, shallow breathing, that feeling that we just are in over our heads or we're going into shutdown mode. And anxiety can come up in all kinds of situations at work, whether you're giving a presentation or you're in a meeting and you're needing to speak up about something that's not really going right, or you're asking for a new opportunity or a raise from your boss, or you're meeting a new colleague, or you're having to deal with a colleague that sets you off in some way, or you're in a place where you have to set a boundary about what you will or won't do, about leaving work or whatever, or even if you're bringing on a new team member, all sorts of situations at work can really cause us to feel anxious. And the problem with anxiety, with really falling into that experience of the racing heartbeat, the shallow breathing, the sweaty palms, the nervous tummy, is that when anxiety gets the better of you, it can cause you to shut down. And that can mean that you shrink back and you stay out of the limelight and you don't say what you need to say in that meeting or in that exchange. You can start to second guess yourself and then question whether you even belong at the table. You can go into all kinds of self doubt. And that can also cause you to hold yourself back from new opportunities. That self doubt can keep you from reaching out for that job interview or putting your resume in for an interview or for a promotion. It can lead you to tell yourself stories about how you're really fine right where you are. Also, when you're feeling anxious in that moment, it's much harder to connect with the people around you. So if you're in a job interview and you're feeling anxious, it's going to be much harder to build the rapport and the connection that you need to make and to come across with the kind of confidence that you need to come across with to show them that you're someone who feels like you can do the job that they're putting in front of you. Bottom line is anxiety comes up in all kinds of situations in our work lives. And if you're going to be up to big things in your career, you absolutely need to become friendly with anxiety. So here's what I mean by that. The way I think about anxiety comes from the work of psychologist Yvonne Agazarian. And Agazarian says that anxiety is the natural response we all feel when we're at the edge of the unknown. In other words, when we're entering some kind of new territory, we're about to speak up in a session where we don't usually speak up, or we're about to do something we haven't done before, or we're about to do it in a new context or in a new way. It's absolutely natural that we're going to feel some anxiety. And thinking about it that way has helped me over my career to really normalize it. Billie Jean King had a great quote about this. Listed in the book, The Expectation Effect. She said, "Great moments carry great weight. That is what the pressure to perform is all about." So it's really anytime that you're about to do something weighty and important, it's natural that you're going to feel some anxiety. And the problem comes up when we take that feeling of anxiety and we somehow make it wrong or bad or tell ourselves that it means something about us that's disempowering. So Jeremy Jameson, who's a psychologist at the University of Rochester, has done a whole lot of studies on this. Again, I'm quoting from the book, The Expectation Effect. Jameson says that how we frame our anxiety correlates to the impact it has on our performance. So if we see those jangled nerves and that rapid breathing and that rapid heartbeat as a sign of energy and arousal that can help us perform, that will actually have exactly that effect. It will increase our performance. If we say to ourselves, I'm just feeling anxious because this is really important, and this anxiety, this energy is going to help me focus and do the right thing, then we're more likely to focus and make the kind of contribution that we want to make. On the other hand, if our stories about anxiety are disempowering, we see it as a sign of a problem or a sign of a weakness or a personal failing, or we think that we're the only ones who feel anxious and that means something about us, then that is likely to have the opposite effect on our performance. It is likely to continue you down that path of shutting down and backing away and feeling like you don't belong and all those things that are going to really contribute to you not stepping in and making the the impact and the contribution that you are certainly capable of making. So that's why when I work with my clients, one of the very first things that we work on are understanding the kinds of thoughts and thought patterns that can contribute to anxiety and ramp up anxiety, and undoing those and replacing them with the kind of thought patterns that help us become friendly to our anxiety and really use it as a source of energy and inspiration. If this is something you feel like you could use some help with in your career, maybe you have been holding yourself back from going for a promotion, or you're keeping yourself from putting your resume out there to get a new job, or you're noticing that your experiences of anxiety are keeping you from speaking up or stepping forward or taking chances at work when you really need to in order to get ahead, my team and I would love to help you with that. You can reach out to us at zmcoach.com/apply and schedule a breakthrough call with us. And we will talk with you about what you're currently experiencing, how that might be getting in the way, and what you would do if you could move that out of the way and really go where you want to go in your career. If we feel like we can help you do that, we will absolutely talk to you about what that could look like. And if for some reason we think we're not the right fit for you, we'll talk to you about that too and see what we can do to support you in some other ways. Now, I will say I am a coach, not a therapist. So if you have a lifelong anxiety that causes anxiety attacks, that is probably something that you would be better served seeing a therapist about. But if what you're experiencing is that day-to-day anxiety that just causes you to kind of shut down and go quiet and shrink back and not reach for what's next for you, I can absolutely help. And I would love to do that. So reach out to my team. Let's talk and let's get you moving toward those big things that you're up to in your career so that you can have the success and the contribution that you really want to make over the course of your career, starting right now. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.